Just jump in real quick today to the point where we could discuss about Nigerians and corruption. You know, because everybody goes like Nigerians are too corrupt. Nigerians are too corrupt. You know, I did one panel yesterday for a friend of mine. You know, his name is Toby Obishakin. He heads the Elijah Toby Obishakin Foundation, A2. So yesterday was his first this thing. So I went there anyway to support him. I was supposed to be a keynote speaker, but there were no speeches. It turned into like a conversation, which I preferred. You know, well, then I realized, you know, that we still hold many myths about freedom. We still hold many myths about freedom, you know, about the way we need to be, the way we have to move, you know, for us to get those things that we seek in terms of, you know, liberating ourselves from the shackles that hold us down in this country. We hold many myths still. You know, one of those myths, you know, is unity. You know, the myth of unity. You know, and when I mean unity, you know, everybody thinks we all have to like ourselves for us to live together in a good country. You know, I mean, I say to people, who likes themselves? I keep saying this. Who likes themselves? Show me a country where they like themselves. I will move there. Me where I say, I can never leave Africa. I love Africa. If you show me a country where they like themselves, I will move there. Is it America that they like themselves? The South of America hates the North of America. American South hates American North. The Republicans hate the Democrats. There is not. America is so divided that they finish election, they storm their own capital. Which country? Let's go to France. Is everybody in France that speaks French? No. Is everybody in France that likes the French? No. But they are all living in that France. They are all France citizens. Living in France. Go to the Basque region of France and go and speak French. Make sure they will do for you. Go there and see what will happen. They speak Basque. No, there's no, yeah, no, that's the Spanish one. There's a French one too, I think. You know, the Belgians have the French region. They have their Flemish region. Is it England? Is it England? Is it England? Where they all speak English but are still highly divided. Very divided. Because English is the official language. They believe that the English, which is England, is imposing on the Welsh. Even the Scottish wants independence. They want to go. Does that mean England is not working as a country? Why is it working as a country? You know? Why is it at least that they can deliver services to their people? They can create the illusion, at least, of law and order. Because their elites share the same goals for their country. They have agreed that they will have the same. So let me tell you something. Whether you like it or not, to whom much is given, much is expected. Don't compare yourself to people that have come out to take office. It is your decision to come out and take office. So when I was criticizing George Weah, people say, you call if you had the opportunity. Listen, I am not the president. I am not a public office holder that has promised you a better country and I have the power to deliver it and I'm not doing my job. Instead of me doing my job, I use the country resources, they help my family go tap into country where they don't do their own job. You are not the same as your policy. See, when people have power, you cannot compare yourselves. Everybody for Liberia Peking, if you decide to go play abroad, is okay. Yes, it is not advisable. For me, it is not the right thing to do. But it's okay. But when you reach the level where the president Peking, president or governor or minister, anybody with power. Because let me tell you, this power is not a power of blabber, of blabber. This power is controlling the lives and destinies of millions of people. So if you yourself, they tell us say you are controlling our life well, the only evidence that we have that is true is that you are living that life with us. If they give us one life, but creating another one for yourself, then something is wrong. And we the people cannot accept that. Me, Seun, I'm a private individual. If I like, I go school anywhere in the world. If I sick, I go hospital anywhere in the world. You know, put me for office. I'm not in control of your destiny. But if the person that is in control of your destiny is supposed to give you good hospital, can't they go do see doctor for another country? You can be rest assured that hospital is not good enough for him. How is it good enough for you? And they beg, this is what I keep saying to the people, man. We need to understand, Nigerians, there's too much myth. This our how I want to put it, we feel so special. Everybody is special. We are all God's children. God is giving favor you. So you look yourself, you compare yourself to Buhari. Say Buhari go hospital for abroad. Now you call, go hospital for abroad. If not me call, am I the president? If not you call, what kind of comparison is that? If not you call for where? You are not the same. That's the wrong analysis. So, let's bring it to this topic of Nigerians and their corruption. Let's bring it to Nigerians and this so-called corruption. I know, say anybody here, they naive enough to believe, say, American police, British police, they are not corrupt. All you have to do now, just go your Google, type American police, corruption. You'll see cases. This will not be our yeye police. Abba Kyari kind of corruption. You see Abba Kyari. You'll see thousands. Every day they catch them. Every day. British police, go and check it. Because where police interact, where power interacts, now power will decide now. So if police mob you, now you go decide whether they go jail or collect rabbi. You can't force rabbi inside your pocket. You can't force it. Anyway, let me give you the cocoa of the matter. We in Africa, we have to live with police checkpoints. Checkpoint is an illegal. Every checkpoint is illegal. Because the Constitution guarantees your rights of movement. Nobody should be on the road stopping you from moving for any reason whatsoever. Police job is to investigate crime. Not to catch everybody and then find the criminal. Or suspect that we are all, the problem with Africans is everywhere we go, we are profiled as criminals. So in Europe and America, now you police go stop pass. You come and Africa now, we say that we plenty pass. They must put permanent checkpoint because everybody is a criminal. Checkpoint itself is illegal. We are not in a war zone where they say they find combatants. There's no reason why there should be checkpoints anywhere in this country. Stopping civilians from moving. Is it police job to check particulars? Is it police job? That's not their job. And if police want to check tags of car, go to Europe and America where you are copying. They get computer for their motor. When they see your plate number, they go type them inside to find out if your paper is expired. They can't just be stopping you on the road because they want to find out if your paper is expired. The stop and search business, there's no probable cause for every police in this world. The law stipulates that they need probable cause to search you. You cannot just be searched or stopped without probable cause. That means you must have done something or they must be suspecting you of something. So we live under this corrupt practice. Now, under this corrupt practice, waiting not be arrest offense, police go hold you, won't carry you go station. Traffic offense, not supposed to carry you go station, you're supposed to get a ticket. In Nigeria in the 60s, that ticket that they give, 70s tickets. But then with their corruption, the corruption in this country we Nigerians live under a crimogenic system. I repeat, is a crimogenic system. So because of the crimogenic characteristic of the system, we are forced to live like criminals. It is not a coincidence that in Europe and America, police kill African people in great proportions than Europeans. But when you come to Africa, they kill us too. Do you think it's because the police is white in America that they are killing Africans? Then why is the black police here killing us? Killing a lawyer with twins in her belly? You have to understand what the institution of police means. Before African people were free in this world, there was no such thing as police. Go and check your history. Go and check your history. Before African people became free, there was no such thing in this world as police. Let it be police. Police is put here to police black people, to shoot us, to kill us, to dehumanize us. And it is those same people that created this idea that came to create this police we have in Africa. As I've told you, ask yourself, before independence, what was the job of any police or army officer in Africa? Any policeman or army man in Africa, before we as African people defeated their overlords and their oga to become independent, what was their job? The job of every police and army man in Africa was to kill black people to protect Europeans. The job of every police and army officer in Africa on the eve of independence was to kill African people to protect Europeans. These are the people. Buhari was in that army. Buhari don't there for army before independence. Check your history. Them Obasanjo, the people that control your country. Go and check them. They've been in the they were killing your people on behalf of white people. Now they are ruling you. On behalf of who do you think they are ruling you? On behalf of who do you think they are ruling you? People that were willing to kill you for white people. So I always say to people, when I see young African people committing crime, I find it hard to call them criminals. Although I don't really like to mix with people because when you as an African man decide to commit crime to defeat this system, and the proceed of your crime is not be say they go towards any revolutionary activity. I beg not be say make all yahoo and kidnap anybody with day here. No donate to MOPO, please donate. But I must yabuna still. You know, once you decide to defeat the system by acting like the system, by becoming a criminal in the crimogenic system, you are broken, defeated. The system don't win. Because now you are under control of the system. You might think you are free, but once you commit a crime, the system already owns you. If you think I'm lying, go and ask Hush Puppy. They already own you. They can come at any time and end that. You can never rise against the system because the system has you in its hand already. You can never fight the system. Except you are using the proceeds of your crime in a revolutionary way. Then you are a people's hero. But if the proceeds of your crime is for personal comfort, the system has defeated you. That's what it means to be broke. You know, not say you don't get money. I've been telling a lot of young people this. Go back to the days of colonialism, to the days of slavery of our people, the enslavement of our people, the colonization of our people. Go back to those days. This is where those terms came from, the broke. What did it mean for a black man to be broke? It meant that the system had broken his will. He had succumbed to his position. He has succumbed to his position as inferior. He has agreed to be what the system said he was. Those were the broken men. Those slaves that could not resist anymore, that were just broken, just, yes sir, they go whip them, yes sir. Now they work hard. The house niggas. Those were the broke niggas. Those that were in the field, still willing to escape and resist. Those in Africa fighting anti-colonialism. Those were the men. Those were the made men. Those were the real men. Those ones that had succumbed, they used to point to them and say, look at that nigga, look at that black man, he's broke. The system has broken him. He has broken his humanity. He doesn't know himself. He's broken. Then because these broken men, the house Negroes, control the world today, control the black world today, they reverse that shit. Now say broke is when you don't have money. Whereas all of them, they have money, but they ain't got no balls, fam. They broke. That's the real issue here. So if you don't have money, don't let all these rich broke niggas be calling you broke. As long as you have some rebellion in your heart, some revolutionary spirit, your fire is burning, and you know what you're doing. In fact, the richest niggas in the world are the brokest. They can say anything they like about black people, but let them say one thing about white people, they will end them. They can't say nothing about the system will end them. That's when they will not start remembering that they are blacks, trying to bring out some stupid theory that doesn't hold water. They can never still bring revolutionary theories to defend themselves. They'll be bringing a Jew, Africans are Jew. Stupid theories. Because they can still not face the system. They cannot face the system as Africans. They have to go and tie themselves to Jew. Whereas the true power is in being Africans and resisting and being rebellious against this system. So now, when you see these slave owners, before when we were slaves and under their colonial power, they had to give us everything. They gave you lights, they gave you water, they gave you free house, they gave you health care, they gave you food. They just didn't pay you any money. But they had to give you all these things so you can walk. Because without food, how can you walk? If you are sick, how can you walk? If you don't sleep, how can you walk? You understand? They give you, they pay for entertainment for us. Well, all those things were free. You know, they give you free beer, free this. Once a week. Now we fought for our freedom. So I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. Don't believe that freedom is the fact that you get paid for your job. Freedom is not because somebody is whipping you every day. Slavery doesn't mean somebody is whipping you every day, and freedom doesn't mean you are getting paid. No. Slavery simply means another man is in control, or another person or another woman is in control of the quality of your existence. Once the quality of your existence is in the hand of somebody else, my brother, my sister, you are a slave. Do you understand me? You are a slave. You see, once somebody determines when you wake up, when you go to bed, the amount of time you have for yourself, the amount of time you have with your family, what you can do, what you cannot do, what you can say, what you cannot say, that is slavery. And once you have this so-called job, your job determines when you go to bed. Your job determines when you wake up. Your job determines when you can travel. Your job determines when you can come back. Your job determines the amount of free time you have for yourself. Your job determines the amount of free time you have with your family. You understand? Your job is in control of your existence. Without the chains. You understand? But when we were slaves, those things that we use the salary to buy. Because now they say they give you salary. That because of this salary you are not a slave. But you use this salary to pay for the house that used to be free for the slave. All these things that the slave master was giving the slave, the house, the food, the healthcare, the clothing, all these things they gave the slave for free, was owned by the slave master. Now I say because you are free, you have to pay him the money he has paid you. Now you have to pay it back to him to have those things you used to get for free. But you are free. But still, it determines when you wake up. It determines when you sleep. It determines what you can do, what you cannot do. It determines who you can respect, who you cannot respect. It determines what you can think in your mind. My brothers and sisters, it even determines when you can worship your gods or your God. No Christian here can tell me that you will go to Saudi Arabia and you will not work on Sunday. Now, because you're a Christian nation, now you go say, well, this is a Christian nation. You can say you're not going to work. I'm sleeping. I'm going to church on Sunday. Your leader service say it's fine. Go to church on Sunday. Go to Saudi Arabia and say you are not going to work on Sunday. Go to Saudi Arabia and say that. Go to Saudi Arabia and say you are not going to work on Sunday. Or a Muslim should go to England. Somebody from Saudi Arabia should go to England and say he's not working on Friday. Gonna die for it. Father. Why walk? Why walk? God or no God? Why walk? You will walk that walk.